What's up, Silver Stackers? Thank you so much for being here. This is Silver Slayer. Now, a couple of days ago, I made a video talking about how the US Mint silver sales were down 69%, gold 76%. And I was talking about how this could just be more so the US Mint since premiums are so ridiculous on these extremely overpriced coins that are basically the most basic bullion coin out there. I mean, pre-2020, these were the cheapest coins over spot. These were basically generics, but now they're the most expensive. So that was my theory, but news came out today about the Perth Mints sales in the first half of 2022. So now we have more data to compare. Now more of the stories getting revealed. So I hope you stick around because this is going to be a good video. Link to this article will be in the description, and if you want to check out the video I covered talking about the US Mint, I will also link that in the description. So Perth Mint silver bullion sales mixed in the first half of 2022. I like this article because they also show the numbers, right? They show a chart from every month, so we're really going to get some good insight here. Bullion demand slowed in June for Australian gold and silver products produced and sold by the Perth Mint of Australia. Now, bullion, gold, and silver sales, that's the important thing because the US Mint also saw gold and silver sales decline. Gold more so than silver, so I'm curious what the Perth Mint's numbers are going to look like with gold compared to silver. Is gold going to be a bigger decline? We're about to find out. So in the long haul, the Mint sales split in the first half of 2022 compared to the first half of last year, with silver sales solidly higher and gold sales distinctly lower. Okay, so now some interesting context is coming. So it's looking like these two Mint situations are actually a little bit different. Now, this article is comparing year over year to last June. You got to remember, though, the US Mint sold 5 million ounces the first month of January this year. So sales are mixed for the US Mint this year as well. Record-breaking sales for the Perth Mint, the Royal Mint, and the US Mint at the beginning of the year, but now sales are dramatically lower. So it's looking like the same situation is happening, but gold's situation with lower sales and silver's higher in the first half of the year for the Perth Mint, where it's looking like the US Mint, it's a little different. Let's keep moving on so we can get more of this picture. The Perth Mint's June bullion gains measured against the third month of the falling precious metals, with the London Bullion Market Association's prices slipping 1.2% for gold, dropping 6.2% for silver. Both metals also logged declines through the first half of the year, slightly for gold at 0.2% and severely for silver at 11.6%. Now, we were expected to see declines this year because we saw record-breaking sales in January. That's a hard number to beat. 5 million ounces the first month of January for the US Mint. Of course, sales are going to, decline a little bit from there. But at what pace? Because I do remember covering articles that the Royal Mint and the Perth Mint also saw, record-breaking sales for several years they haven't seen in a long time, like 2015, I think. So anyways, bullion sales in June and the first half of 2022. June sales of the Mint or the gold coins at least, and gold bars combined to 65,281 ounces. And this is probably a really important thing to note because they're including gold coins and gold bars. The US Mint is all coins, right? Mainly American Eagles, I'm assuming, for the silver side of things. And that's registering declines of 33.7% from May and 10.5% from June 2021. So this is huge. This is huge numbers. Now, they're saying 33% from May and only a 10.5% decline in June of 2021, where we saw the US Mint 69% decline from June of 2021. So I definitely think that there's some other variables here, because there's no way that the US Mint has a 69% decline from June last year and the Perth Mint only has a 10.5% decline. Since they're also including gold coins and gold bars combined. Oh, that's for gold. That's only for gold. I'm sorry. Let's go to silver. Oh, wait, it's same thing basically. Yeah, okay. So anyways, gold sales through the first half of the year in 2022, 506,994 ounces, 15.1% lower than the 596,372 ounces sold through the first half of 2021. Here we go. Perth Mint sales in June minted silver coins and silver bars combined to 1,523,765 ounces, marking declines of 31.3% from May, 16.4% from June 2021. So yes, it's still extremely low. I mean, 69% compared to 16% is a big difference, but I think it's because they're also incorporating bars. I mean, regardless though, I think my theory is, this is more proof that my theory is correct. I think a lot of this decline is because people are turning their backs on the extremely overpriced high premium Eagles. Now that's a very deep, complex conversation to have, and that's why I made like 2 videos. You could even kind of say 3 videos the last couple of days, breaking that entire situation down of what's happening legally, what's happening, even going as deep as the COMEX potentially collapsing. So check out those videos as well. But I still think there's some other factors, because what do you think? I would love to pass the question to you. Why do you think the percentage for the Perth Mint's only 16% decline, but the US Mint 69%? Do you think it's because the mintage cap they had on the Type 1 and Type 2 Eagles last year in 2021? Do you think it's the premiums? Do you think it's something different because they are also incorporating bars? So anyway, silver sales through the first half of 2022 at 11,529,960 ounces are 16.3% higher than the 9,915,637 ounces sold during the or through the first half of last year. So Perth Mint's gold and silver sales by month. Below is a monthly summary of Perth Mint bullion sales from June 2021 to June 2022. The figures show monthly ounces of gold and silver shipped as minted products by the Perth Mint to wholesale and retail customers worldwide. It excludes sales of cast bars and other groups. Okay, here we go. This is good. Okay. So, Perth Mint's bullion sales in troy ounces shows gold and silver. June 2022, 1,523,765 ounces. And you can see gold 65,281 ounces. So now we could see the decline. So from June to May, it's around a 300,000 ounce decline. Only about 100,000 ounce decline from May to April. March, it's not bad, about 500,000 ounce decline. I mean, well, April to March, that's a huge decline, around 500,000 ounces. February, it's about the same, 10,000 ounces, 8,000 ounces to be exact. January, we're seeing 2,387,000 ounces in January, and 1,733 million ounces in December. Sorry if I messed up some of those numbers. I'm like reading 3 ahead while I'm saying that number, so I might have said 1,000 instead of million at one point. I don't remember, but these are all in millions, by the way. So I'm trying to see if there's any big declines. Oh, okay. Here's an interesting one. So October 2021, we saw 1,352,000 ounces, but at September, we saw 1,789,000 ounces. Wow, that's a big difference. I mean, going in September to October, we saw almost 500,000 ounce decline. And then you see it, steadily going upwards. But in June, that was a huge decline. So you can kind of see this, where the markets are kind of mixed, like the article said. I mean, it's back and forth because, and I guess because I'm trying to also see what's happening throughout the year during these time periods, right? So you have to look at these numbers, but you have to understand the context of What was going on during January 2022? That's when Perth Mint saw record-breaking sales. That's when the U.S. Mint sold 5 million ounces the first month of January. Looks like Perth Mint sold 2,387,165 ounces in January. So, roughly half, a little less than half of what the U.S. Mint sold, but still, that's record-breaking sales for the Perth Mint. You got to remember, American Eagles are minted in the 13 million plus ounces per year, where Perth Mint kookaburras are only minted 300 to 500,000 per year. 300 to 500,000 ounces. But you also have, koalas and other very popular coins, but still, you got to put context into it from that perspective as well. So what do you think all this information means? I want to go into some of I wish this article gave a chart just similar to what the last article did. It's looking like it's just kind of throwing it all in there, mixing it around though. So let's see. I don't really want to look at gold. Gold is down 75% from the. So I'm gonna look at silver. Okay, so it's looking like they're still talking about gold. Okay, June's functions. Okay, here we go. So the Mint's data shows 861,000 ounces were sold last month, down 36% from May sales of 1.135 million ounces. At the same time, sales are down 69% from last. Okay, so Mint sales or data 861,000 ounces were sold last month. So I'm pretty sure they're talking about May in this one. And you could see May 2022. Wow, the Perth Mint sold more ounces or more silver than the U.S. Mint did in May 2022. Or even if they're talking about June, still by a long shot. So it's looking like, wow. So yeah, because May's numbers were 1.35 million ounces. Hold on. I wish they just put it, because I don't know if they're talking about the numbers were 1.35 million ounces in May or June of 2021, and now they only sold 800. I think that's what they're saying. Yeah. That's okay. So the Mint sold 861,000 ounces May of 2022, and last year they sold 1.35 million ounces in May of 2022, which is a 36% decline. At the same time, sales are down 69% total of last year. I'm pretty sure that's what they meant. But regardless, people are buying more Perth Mint than U.S. Mint. And I think that does kind of validate my theory of people aren't buying Eagles anymore. At one point, Eagles were the most popular, by far the most popular bullion coin. It was the go-to. If anyone, beginners even said, hey, what's the best coin? Hands down, and I can assure you that anyone else that's been stacking longer than 2-3 years would say Eagles, right? Eagles are always the go-to. It's a government-backed coin, but it's about the same price as a generic round. It has better properties because it's recognizable. It's government-backed, right? But the design stays the same every year. Well, until the Type 2 came out. But that was also why, it really wasn't collectible. What makes a coin collectible is that the design changes yearly, like kookaburras and koalas, plus mintage numbers. Kookaburras, 300 to 500,000 per year. So there's a little bit of a collectability factor to it. Plus, the Perth Mint's just known for making nicer coins than the U.S. Mint. I mean, just the name Perth Mint itself, to be honest. It might be shocking, but yes, the Perth Mint is definitely a fancier mint, right? It's like U.S. Mint's kind of like McDonald's, and the Perth Mint's like like an actual restaurant, like Applebee's or Outback Steakhouse. But anyways, yeah. So let me know what you think about this. I'm not going to go over this article because I already did. But do you think that my theory is correct that the U.S. Mint their sales are so extremely low because maybe that 69% decline from the US Mint and then only the 16% decline from the Perth Mint from a year over year, 16.4% decline. Maybe that is accurate because I mean they did include bars, but maybe regardless, the sales aren't that bad as a decline. So do you think that my theory is correct? That Eagles really are just not being bought because nobody wants to pay that high premium? I think that is, I mean, that's obvious to some extent, but I would like to ask you, did you used to buy Eagles and now do you buy Eagles? Because selling 5 million ounces the first month of January, that's still, 7 months ago. Like, yeah, that's a while ago, but that's not that long ago for 5 million ounces record breaking sales to all of a sudden nobody's touching them. Like, what happened in the last six months? Premiums staying the same. Maybe it also has to do with people just not really, wanting silver. There's not much hype around it, but I still think premiums have a huge factor in this, and it's scary to because if you've watched my last couple of videos, it's looking like premiums for Eagles at least aren't going anywhere anytime soon and actually might get worse. And if you want to know why, go check out those videos. And I'm just talking about Eagles in particular, not all silver. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you want to check out silver's price right now, it's $19.42, holding a lot of ground around that $19.30-40 mark because it was down to like, what, $19.13 or something. But regardless, it's looking like prices are stabilizing right there, which is good news. I mean, it's bad news for people who buy silver regardless and like when the price goes down. Good news for people who need a little bit of confirmation and validation and like when the price goes higher. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I got something lastly to say. I want to take a second to give a shout out to my channel sponsor, bullionmax.com. I'm honored to be working with one of the best bullion dealers online. Great prices, great deals, and by far the best packaging out of any company that I've ever seen. They even offer a silver starter kit, which is 5 ounces of silver at below employee pricing with extremely high premium coins for a great deal. It's only one per household, but a great way to lower your dollar per ounce average a bit and get a chance to grab some great coins. So shout out to Bullion Max, such a great company, always sending me silver to give away to my subscribers as well. bullionmax.com, and if you want the starter kit, go to bullionmax.com/silverslayer. And also make sure to go to ag47apparel.com if you want to express your love for precious metals with the clothes on your back. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.